Yo, what's going on, my VVOGs, my Omi homies, my fellow master collectors, and everybody else on YouTube? It's your bromy, the Gale, back at it again with another VV video. Let's go. So, the Christmas holiday is over, at least for me and whoever else celebrates that, and we are back at it. Couldn't wait to make a video, so this time we're gonna talk about my current strategy. I just want to talk it through to you guys, what I'm currently doing on the Veve app, what I'm looking to do, what I'm expecting in the future and stuff like that, recent purchases and all of that jazz. So hopefully this will be a entertaining and an enlightening video for you guys. So if you're into that, stick around. If not, I'll catch you in the next one. But without further ado, let's breeze into it. Okay, so one of the things that I'm doing currently is I'm stacking blue chips. So basically blue chips are, very important pieces on the app that will definitely, probably, most likely increase in value over time. Blue chips are usually first appearances and popular characters. So Wonder Woman, for example, I have 3, right? This is the David U method. You get one to hold for the long term, you get one to sell, and then you get one to trade or something like that. I was collecting, multiples before I even heard David U say that, but it just makes sense. In the future, these assets will increase in value, and you're going to want to have one at least, and then you're going to want to be able to sell one. So usually I like to get at least 3 of every, what I consider to be blue chips. The first appearance of Harley Quinn, definitely a blue chip, and I just get 3 so that I can, sell one to possibly fund a future drop, or like, let's say Pokemon comes, I'll be able to sell something off. And I got 3 Jokers, I got 2 Todds now. I just sold one recently. I think I'll explain that if I remember. But I'm just stacking blue chips and holding, because my goal here is to make money. Even though I've become a collector over time due to falling in love with these items and stuff like that, the main goal here is to make money. So I definitely want to be able to sell some things off as well as hold certain items. I'm trying to find that balance. I think we all need to find that balance between collecting, flipping, and making a profit. So that's what I'm doing. I'm collecting blue chips and I'm holding them. So let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so the next thing I'm doing is I'm trying to decide what kind of collector do I want to be. So we're coming to a point in Veve where it's going to be pretty hard to try to collect every set unless you got money like that, or you've been making moves to increase your gem stack. Odds are we're only going to have money for certain types of for a certain amount of things to complete. So like, for instance, the Marvel Mighties. I have decided that I want to be a Marvel Mighties master collector, so I'm making it a priority to at least complete one full set, and I'll call it that. So I got multiples of the Captain America, because those are the first appearances. Basically all of these are first appearances, but some are more important than others, I think. But I definitely want every Marvel Mighty set that comes out, so I will make it a priority to collect the Marvel Mighty sets. I just recently bought this Marvel Studios poster. I think it's unique, and I just wanted to have one because there's only 3,800 of them. So I just recently purchased that. I have every Spider-Man set except for the very first, which is ironically the most important. Probably should have thought about that when it first came out. Hindsight, I wasn't as smart as I am now. You're always learning, and that was definitely a lesson learned. I don't necessarily need the Throg set, but I will keep one because I think it's a unique character and it'll be fun to have one. Definitely collecting all the Mondo posters. I think those are really cool, and it's going to look good when you're decorating your Veve house or whatever we get in the future, whether it's a vault or a house. I have all the Ron Englishes for now. There may come a point in time where I just decide to let them all go, especially if and when they become interoperable on OpenSea. But for now, I have all of the Ron English except for the Golden Rabbit, which I should be getting actually. I don't know when, but I do believe I completed the set on time. Tokidoki, Simone Legno. I have all of the pieces except for the Golden Dragon Girl, the single statue. So I have decided that I will be collecting these Tokidoki. I started off collecting them, and I think I will continue if and whenever they drop the next series. And yeah, I'm just deciding on what kind of master collector I want to be. So I will probably consolidate on some other sets, like for example, let's find one. Let me see. So like for the No Time to Die, this is an iconic set because it's like the first like movie type deal that got on Veve, but I may sell off everything at some point to make more gems or to complete another set because I don't really have too much emotional attachment to this series right here. So yeah, I'm just trying to consolidate and see where I want to reallocate my gems and collectibles. Like even for the Labbits. The Labbits are cool, but I will probably liquidate all of the Labbits that I have except for the Labicorn because I actually like that one. But yeah, these are just like, gems for me right now, sitting gems. So that is what I'm doing right now, just trying to decide which sets are important to complete and which ones can I probably, let go. So with that being said, let's move on. Okay, so regarding the comic books, I do have a personal goal to own at least one of every comic that's dropped on Veve. Doesn't matter the rarity, it could be a common, but I do like to have one of every comic. It's just a cool goal to have. I think at some point it'll be hard to do, but for now I'm on track. And also I think this is a good way to maximize daily and recurring master collector points. I think you get like 1 point for every comic, so owning one is a good way to take advantage of that. Another thing with the comics I'm doing is definitely stacking key grails and important comics such as Amazing Spider-Man #1. Got 15 of those. Let's see. You know them. Fantastic Four issue #1. Got 38 of those. Definitely Marvel Comics 1. I got I got 21 of those. I've been selling some off, even though I know I shouldn't. I'm in like really good profit because I was buying those at I got like 11 on the drop, and then I bought some more when they were going for super cheap. So I definitely would like to stay over 20. So I'm kind of at my limit now. Maybe I can let one more go if I need to, but I definitely want to stay over 20 Marvel Comic 1s. Those are definitely must holds if you have them, and at least try to get one if you don't. But yeah, other than that, I'm just collecting comics that I see that are going for too cheap. Like at the moment, Avengers issue #57. He's kind of being slept on right now. That's the Vision, one of the main Avengers, especially from the recent movies. I think Amazing Spider-Man #50 is kind of a sleeper right now. I mean, all of these are sleepers, but there's like sleepers more so than others currently on the app. Who else? Let me try to find one more if it'll load up. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I guess that's it for now. But yeah, that's what I'm doing with the comics. And I'm also keeping up with YouTubers like Comics and Crypto and Sleeping Comics. Seeing where their lists are, staying updated with their list. So check those guys out if you're not already following those guys. Those are some of our comic experts in the Veve community. And I'm also doing my own research, So that's what I'm doing with the comics. So let us move on. Okay, so gem balance. I'm going to talk to you guys about my gem balance. Normally, it's not good practice to show your gem balance, but I've been pretty transparent with you guys about my journey here. So I recently sold a Todd McFarlane Batman for like 3,000 gems to make sure I had some liquidity in my account. Normally I'm gem broke, right? So I'm trying to make a new rule where I don't want my gem balance to drop below 2,000 gems or so. I'm trying to build it back up to 3K gems actually. And the reason for that is I want to be able to take advantages of opportunities in the market. Like for example, the Wonder Woman drop, she was going for 200 gems after the drop. So I could have bought maybe 10 to 15 of them after the drop and she ran all the way up to like 400 and I think she ran up to like 400 and something gems, at which point I could have started to sell off the Wonder Woman and add to my gem stack. So the more gems you have in your account, the more you're able to take advantages of opportunities or snipes in the market where you can flip that and increase your gem bag. Again, another reason for that is recent or future drops. We're supposed to be having a comic drop this week that's supposed to cause a quote-unquote bloodbath. A lot of people are assuming that it's Amazing Fantasy 15, and if it is, this is a comic that you definitely want to be ready for. This is like a Steamboat Mickey Ultra Rare type drop. The prices are going to run up, and if you don't have gems on deck, then you're going to be out of luck. So when it comes to gem balances, I'm trying to always have money on the app to take advantage of opportunities and new drops, as well as I want to continue to build up my gem stack. So at some point I want to have my stack at 4,000 gems, and then I'm going to increase it to like 5,000 gems and just keep making money out of, basically thin air by flipping and trading collectibles on the Veve app. I mean, there's no problem depositing money if you have to, but obviously if you don't have to, then that's ideal. So I want to stop depositing money into the app and actually start making money in the app from the app, and that's basically that. So yeah, so let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so now I want to talk about a recent move or play that I made that I'm kind of proud of, and a few lessons to be learned from that. So I was saving gems for this Mickey drop, or for a drop as big as this Mickey drop, before I knew it was the Mickey drop. But once I found out about this drop, I was glad that I saved the gems. So what I did was I initially I bought this ultra rare Mickey for 3,499 gems back when it was that price. All right, and then I sold a Todd McFarlane for $3,000, and I bought this second one for 3,197 gems. Now these were easily my biggest purchases ever on the app for a single collectible. And all right, so I paid a total of 6,696 gems for the both of them, and now the floor price is 5,500. So together they're worth 11,000. So I made $4,304 profit with that move. The lessons to be learned here is that, like, I've recently just got comfortable with selling items, kind of like. So for me to sell a Todd, that kind of speaks to me how important this drop, I knew how this drop was going to be. And at the same time, it's like, it's okay to let go sometimes. Sometimes, sometimes things get stagnant, some collectibles get stagnant, and you got to put those gems or that money into something that's going to move. So that's what I did with the Todd McFarlane. It was sitting around 3.1k for like quite a while, and I knew that this collectible was going to run up. So that's what gave me the conviction to convert those gems into this one. And now I can technically almost buy 2 Todds again with that money, but I won't, because I think this collectible is going to run up even further in a few weeks or months. But yeah, that is one of the lessons that I've taught myself, and that I'm learning, that it's okay to let go of some things, even blue chips, or even blue chips like Todd. I think Todd is actually a grail, but it's not priced like a grail right now, but it is a grail because it's the first ever collectible. But yeah, I mean, I would like to get another Todd to have 3 for the trifecta, but yeah, I just switched. Basically, I converted a grail for another grail. So now I kind of hedge my bets by having 2 of these and 2 of these. Now, no matter which one runs up, I'm still in a good position. So that is a move I made, that I'm kind of learning that it's okay to let go of some items. But at the same time, you got to be careful, because like once you start selling items, it can get addicting. And I don't want to be selling Todds like it's nothing. Like, Todd is Todd. You don't really want to play around with Todd. Like, I don't like touching Todds, but sometimes you got to make some moves, and he was easily liquidated. So that's why I chose him. And yeah, that's a recent move that I made that I was kind of proud of. So with that being said, let us move on. And that's the video, my friends. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. If you learned something or enjoyed the content, feel free to drop a like on the video and consider subscribing for more Veve content like this. So, these are some of the few of the things that I'm currently doing and thinking about. One strategy can differ from the next person's. Like I'm totally different. My situation is different, so I have a different plan of attack. I got here earlier in the year, so one strategy does not necessarily fit all, but you can take from other people's strategies and implement them if it makes sense for you. So hopefully that gave you some ideas. If you're new and if you're a veteran as well, you never know. You can always learn from somebody. Don't ever think you're, too smart to learn. That's when you get into trouble. Always be open-minded and continue to learn, because this game is continually evolving, especially on Veve. So, keep an open mind. And And with that being said, I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say is financial advice because I'm no expert. I am just your friendly neighborhood genius, sharing his thoughts and opinions and documenting his journey on this most wonderful app known as Veve. So take everything that you hear with a grain of salt, because things could change. And with that being said, thanks again for watching, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Until then, peace out, and hodl strong, my friends. Later.